In this video, I'll share the steps you absolutely have to do to start an e-commerce business and make your first sale. This is a blueprint I wish I had before starting my online store, because if I did have it, it would have made everything so much easier. This plan will take you from a product idea to an e-commerce business in 30 days. And if you follow these steps, I guarantee you'll have a successful launch and have a company that will pay you dividends for years. If you want to be your own boss, gain financial freedom, and take charge of your future, you're going to want to stick around to the end, because that's where everything comes together. If you want even more videos that will show you how to grow your business and make money online, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. But let's get started. Now, I'm going to make a few assumptions here. One, you're currently already working full-time, which means you have no more than an hour or two to spend each day for this month-long journey. Two, I'm going to also assume that you have a general idea of what you want to sell, whether it's driven by a passion, a community, or subculture that you're a part of, or a hobby that you want to monetize. And three, I'm going to assume that you don't have tens of thousands of dollars worth of risk capital to invest, so you're after a managed approach with limited risk. This first month plan is going to be broken down into 4 milestones: your idea blueprint, brand construction, product and customer development, and store launch. So let's buckle up and get straight into it, beginning with the idea blueprint. By the end of this first stage, you'll have a clear bird's eye view of what the general architecture of your business will look like. What are your financial targets? Who are your customers? Who are your suppliers? What is your cost of doing business? To draw cohesion to this entire video, I'm gonna pick a random example. Say, I don't know, maybe you're a B-girl or a B-boy, really tied into the breakdancing scene and want to sell things that really speak to others who are passionate about the dance and of that element of hip-hop culture. On day one, your job is to identify your first financial goal, your initial target monthly income. Keyword being initial. You see, it's too easy and lazy to say $1 million an hour. You need to set an initial prize in the form of a target monthly income to keep your eyes on. One way to set this is to identify your personal cost of living and saying, I want my side hustle to be able to cover my bare survival needs as an initial target monthly income. The point is that there's a clear quantitative target to be focused on so you can measure your business's success as you build it. On day two, you're going to focus on some initial product ideas. With our example of the B-boy or B-girl, they know the most important things to people who breakdance are shoes, music, style, originality. But from a day-to-day dance and practice perspective, they always need a change of clothes, a towel for all that sweat, water, wrist and elbow bands for spinning, and a bag to carry it all in. Day three, it's time to start seeing what it'll take financially and time-wise to get these products on hand. I recommend just running a search on Alibaba.com to start getting a good gauge on what's possible. Here's just an example, but we can see from this quick search for a wristband that a minimum order quantity of 100 is required for a wristband with a custom logo. And after reaching out, discover that an embroidered logo for 100 units will cost them $2 US each, including shipping, which will take 2 weeks from an approved design file to wristbands in hand. Days 4 to 6 is reaching out to suppliers for all the types of products you're interested in, both locally and abroad, to really get a strong idea of how much manufacturing will cost for everything. Our breakdancing friend learns that while wristbands and dance practice towels are super affordable to make offshore and have shipped, items like water bottles and backpacks are a lot more expensive, and realize that they can leverage something called print on demand for those products. And even though their profit margins are way less with print on demand, they never need to carry inventory. And hey, as their business grows and more money comes in, then they can start ordering in bulk once their sales are validated. And if you're thinking of starting a clothing brand and don't have the money to sink into a ton of inventory, be sure to check out this video I'll link right up there that shares everything you need to know about print on demand. But in a nutshell, print on demand works like this. You sign up for an account and upload your designs to the print-on-demand supplier's dashboard. The dashboard lets you create mock-ups of your design as they'd appear directly on things like t-shirts or water bottles. Then you integrate your print-on-demand dashboard with your online store so that when one of your store's visitors orders one of your products, your website notifies the print-on-demand supplier. Then they print your design onto a blank product your customer ordered, they pack and ship it to your customer for you, and the remaining profits go into your bank account. But going back on track, as they start piecing together their initial product lineup and understanding costs, day 7 is all about identifying where their customers hang out, both online and offline. As a breakdancer themselves, they of course have their local practice spots, events, and battles that they attend. But this video is all about creating an e-commerce business. So exploring and jotting down where their target customers live online is vital, as these websites, Facebook pages, YouTube channels, and subreddits will form the foundation of where they'll know to target to drive traffic to their online store. Day 7 is all about compiling links to all the places b-boys and b-girls from around the world hang out online. With stage 1 of the idea blueprint complete, it's now time to move on to phase 2, brand construction. What's the value you'll bring your target customer? What's the story of your business that's going to anchor interest and build a following? What sets your business apart? And what's the look and feel of your business? Day 8 is all about writing. Writing your brand story will help you with being able to communicate consistently with your audience in the future, but also inform the text that'll go onto your website, and just as importantly, help you identify and choose your business's name and even brand design, including the logo and colors. If you're stuck, imagine you're writing the About Us page of your website just to get the ball rolling. Day 9 is all about the value proposition. In other words, you are answering the question, what value will I provide to my target customers? There's going to likely be some overlap between what you wrote on day 8, but make it clear in no uncertain terms who your business serves and what value you'll deliver to those people. Our breakdancing friend may start off with something like quality gear for breakers by breakers to stay looking and feeling fresh before, during, and after hitting the dance floor. They continue by conveying that the value proposition is primarily in the fact that the brand truly understands the detailed nuances of the needs of b-boys and b-girls, whether it's from the quotes on the shirts eliciting a sense of exclusivity in the community, or knowing that typical baseball caps have a button on the top which hurts like all hell when doing head spins, so the hats they make and sell are smooth and pain-free. Days 10 to 13 is all about piecing together the brand elements. I'm talking the name, the first iteration of the logo, the typography, and colors. I'm budgeting 3 days here with the assumption that you are not a graphic designer and will need to find help, whether it's reaching out to friends or finding someone on sites like Fiverr or Upwork. Our breakdancing friend decided on the name Fresh and Flex, and the package the graphic designer they found on Fiverr looks like this. And now, with a name, a logo, typography, and brand colors, their business is really starting to take shape. It costed them $300 total. Days 14 to 16 is time to get some of the foundational administrative stuff out of the way, like registering your business and setting up a business bank account. Now, I am not a lawyer nor an accountant, so I can't tell you if you should incorporate, set up an LLC, or go sole proprietor. But I will say this. If I had limited resources and I was planning on just selling things like wristbands, t-shirts, and water bottles, I would personally start off as just a sole proprietor, and if the business successfully grows, incorporate later on. But that's just me. With the brand story complete, branding elements in hand, and a business bank account, it's time to move on to phase 3, which is product and customer development. Days 17 to 19 starts, and product development for our breakdancing friend begins with taking their logo and creating a few products with their print-on-demand supplier. They write a few very short quotes and blurbs and hire the same graphic designer to pair the blurbs with their logo and brand's fonts onto files that can be uploaded to their print-on-demand supplier system. Getting 8 of their blurbs onto both t-shirts and water bottle design templates costed them $200. They also order a few samples of their print-on-demand products from their POD supplier so they can use them for their own photos and video clips, which cost them another $200 for 15 items total, a combination of 12 t-shirts and 3 water bottles of different colors and breakdance-related quotes. At the same time, they decide to order 100 of the wristbands with their logo on it from the supplier on Alibaba, which cost them another $200. The wait begins for the manufacturer to create the embroidered wristbands and ship them across the world, so in the meantime, our friend moves onto the customer development side. And by the way, this is also the time to start piecing together their website, and the perfect time to sign up for a 100% free, no strings attached trial to Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform that has tons of powerful tools to help you build your online store, find customers, drive sales, and manage your day-to-day. I'll leave a link for your 14-day free trial in the description below. No credit card is required, so you can test out all the features before you decide whether it's right for you or not. But since designing your website takes a few days, especially because this business it's your baby, and you want the images, text, and feel to be just right, I highly recommend first writing most of the content before signing up for your free trial, so you're not wasting valuable free trial days on composing content when you could have just done it beforehand and simply copy-paste them in. But again, regardless, you can claim your free trial right now by clicking the description below or right up here on this info card. Going right back on track to days 20 to 25, this is the time to do customer development. The act of talking to your future target customers and sharing your product and welcoming criticisms and feedback. Our breakdancing buddy has spent $300 on branding, $200 on product mockups, $200 on pre-ordered inventory on wristbands, and $200 on samples for t-shirts and water bottles. That's $900 total, which is quite a bit for them, but also is really quite bare bones in the context of starting a business. So now they have to validate their decision so far and the $900 they've spent. They go to different dance practice spots every day and just engage in conversation. They wear one of their sample shirts and strike up conversations with everyone at every single one of these dance practices. They ask for feedback on the blurbs and quotes, and most importantly, let everyone know that their store is launching soon and ask for everyone's email address so that they can email them a launch week 25% discount code. Critically, they listen with no ego to criticism, and from that criticism, even come up with better quotes and blurbs for their shirts. After all, they're using print on demand for starters, so there's zero risk of carrying inventory. They can even change the quotes pre-launch at any time. I mean, it's print on demand, so they can have literally 1,000 different quote t-shirt designs, and it won't cost them a penny until someone makes an order. During these same few days, they continue to finish off all of the writing, design, and pages of their website, and make sure all of the website back-end things are set up. Things like shipping rates based on weight and order value, and also make sure their bank account is properly connected to their Shopify store. On days 26 and 27, they start structuring their launch day marketing efforts. It starts with creating a launch day email that they'll send to everyone whose email address that they collected at the breakdance practice sessions they went to and did customer development with. They take photos with the samples they have to include in the email, and also go into their Shopify backend and create that launch week 25% discount code they'll be sending to everyone on the email list. They set the discount code to expire in just 1 week, and remember to include a sentence in that email to drum up a sense of emergency, like, this discount code is only available for 1 week. To sweeten the deal, they realize, hey, I'm gonna be getting those wristbands in soon. And honestly, they're so cheap at just $2 each. So I'll list them on the website for $10 each, but also in the email to everyone I met at the practice sessions, I'm gonna sweeten the deal and offer them a free wristband with their first order. Day 28 is all about due diligence, reviewing every last word of the website to make sure there are no typos, reviewing every single product page to ensure all shirts have all color and size variants listed, making sure that their Shopify store is indeed communicating seamlessly with their print-on-demand supplier, and hey, even making an order for themselves to make sure that their bank account is all connected properly. Day 29, they take a few clips of them dancing with their sample shirts on, a few extra product photos, and a few selfie clips of them sharing the launch of their store, and getting them ready for their personal Instagram and Facebook stories, posts, and reels. So the first thing tomorrow when they launch their store, they already have content ready to go to share with their own personal network. And finally, day 30, launch day. Website goes live, email to everyone they met at the practice sessions with both the 25% coupon code and free wristband offer that expires in a week goes out. Social media posts release, and they officially have an e-commerce business, as one of the absolute greatest feeling ever gets realized, when one of those people they met and engaged with gives their store their very first real sale. If you didn't take any notes and you want a checklist you can easily refer back to, I recommend you check out this article on how to start a business on Shopify.com using the link down in the description below. Remember, everything we explored in this video has been done by nearly 1 million regular folks just like you and me who are now proud business owners using Shopify. Don't forget to bookmark your free trial link so when you're ready, you can take advantage of the 14 free days on Shopify to build your online store. And hey, if you got value from this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to learn with Shopify. By hitting that notification bell, you'll be notified the moment new videos just like this one drop. But as usual, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.